Okay, from the last video, what we've done here is we're now running a check to see if the player dies from the last attack. Now, if the player update is less than 1, which means we've run out of life, or run out of HP, what we're doing here is we're just echoing out a little message saying you died and giving them a link back to the main page. We then update the players table and set the user HP to the user's maximum HP, and then we're also deleting the fight instance that we're in, and resetting the page, the fight back to nothing, so we don't get pushed to the fight again. So here we are. I've got 5 HP and continuing running away. Now we've got 1 HP left, and when I click run, what will happen is we will be taken. We'll have that little message shown. It's saying you died. We go back to the main page. Our HP is now back to 50, and our fight table our fight instance has been removed. So that's our running away done. Now we need to focus on the actual fighting, if we choose to attack. So continuing on, if our our action equals to attack, then we want to attack the enemy. Right. So the first thing we want to do when we attack is we want to calculate our damage to the enemy, and it's effectively the same thing as we done when the enemy attacked us when we tried to run, but it's our strength versus the enemy's defense. So we calculate that. The damage is again calculated in the same way. We get a message saying you attacked and caused X damage on the enemy's name. The HP update this time is our enemy HP minus the damage, and then we update the fight table and set the enemy HP to say to the new HP. What we're going to do next is, instead of checking if we're dying, we're going to check to see if our enemy is dead. So if the HP update variable is less than 1, that means our enemy is dead, and we'll just say you killed the enemy. Make that die out. So that'll do for now. We're not going to worry about experience and leveling up. If we don't kill the enemy, then we want this whole section here, because our enemy then gets a chance to attack us. Again, we've got, if it checks to see if we die. So let's test this out. We'll save this. I've closed it off. Oh dear, fight. Right. Okay, so we'll save this. This is on our attack. So we go to fight. Oh dear, we're fighting Blobzilla. So, attack. You caused 3 damage. You attacked, you caused 3 damage to Blobzilla. Blobzilla attacked and caused 8 damage to you. So, because Blobzilla is stronger, he's obviously causing more damage, and we're causing less damage because he's got higher defense. So, we'll continue to attack. And we're struggling to actually cause damage onto him here. And it actually looks like he might win this one. Yeah, we died. So, we go again, we'll try and see if we get something. Okay, we don't want Blobzilla. Right. Okay, thick blob attack. Caused 1 damage. 3 damage, and it's nearly dead. And so you killed the enemy. Right, so we know that us dying is working fine, and that we're killing the enemy fine. Now before we move on to the next part with gaining experience, what I'm going to do is on this main if checking the actions state, I'm going to put an else in here, and I'm going to make the enemy attack if we try to cause any kind of action that isn't one of the set ones. So again, it sort of acts like a punishment if people are trying to sort of make false actions. So let's save that. We could try that. So if we go to fight, something's not going quite right here. I know why. I didn't want to open 5 logs. Because when we kill them, we obviously want to remove our fighting instance from the database. Okay, now we go to fight. We've got a new blob. So we attack, and now let's say we defend. It just says blue blob attacks you. We don't cause any kind of action, we're not running. So every time we try to make a false action, we still get hurt, and we do nothing to the blue blob because we're not telling it to do something correct. Okay, so that's our basic fighting complete. Now we're going to look at gaining experience. Right, with gaining experience, we're going to be looking at just this part here if we kill our enemy. So before we make the script die, and what I will do also is just alter the message that comes out here and add that link back. So we can go back to the main page. one thing I have noticed is that we didn't put on our fight table, we never actually included the experience field. So it's going to make it much more difficult for us to get experience because there's no experience field to get. So bear with me and I'll add that in. Okay, right, so now the experience field is in, we can look at adding experience on. So what we need to do is create a variable called new experience, which equals user's current experience plus the experience gained from excuse me, from the enemy. That will give us our new experience, and what we need to do is we now need to compare the new experience to the total experience required to get to level up. Right, so once we've calculated the new experience and we've compared it to our total experience, what we're saying is if our new experience is greater or equal to our user's total experience, then what we'll do is we'll cause a level up. Else, all we're doing is just adding on this new experience to the current experience. And it is as simple as that. So we'll go test it out. Let's play. So we fight a thick blob, attack it again, and I've also added in experience here. So we attack it, we gain 0 XP. Now the reason we're gaining 0 XP is because I forgot to add the extra column in here. Oops. And that's main page. Right, let's do that again quickly before my time runs out. Attack the blue blob. And we gained 5 experience. Now if we go back to main page and go to fight, you can see here we've actually got 5 out of 100 experience points required to level up. Now on the next part we'll go through the leveling up, and we'll also look at increasing the required experience to level up and increasing our current stats like HP and defense and strength. So join me in the next part.